Welcome back for the commercial break. I'm Phil John Quartey. This is Sports Star. Remember that we're on DSTV channel 277, also live on Twitter. Something that started as a normal tennis has become one of the prestigious tennis championship here in Ghana, known as the Rainbow Nation Tennis Challenge. Quite interesting as to how it's going to be. Well, next week will be another edition, and one of the guys behind it is in the studio together with a good gentleman from India. Well, Mr. Grant Weber from the South Africa Chamber of Commerce is also in the studio. He is a main man. How's it going, by the way?
Well, thank you, Johnny.
How many years are we now?
Number 4.
Now, already?
Yep.
I was just trying to check through the files, and I saw some of the videos. And when you're telling me we're already going to number 4.
It's like yesterday when we conceptualized the Rainbow Nations Challenge. Mm-hmm. We weren't sure what the outcome would be, what the uptake would be, but from day one, the international community resident in Accra and the Ghanaian players themselves have embraced it, and it's made it really one of the most popular social tennis tournaments on the calendar.
Okay. I'm sure somebody will be asking, what is this Rainbow Tennis Championship all about? But let the viewers also know that also in the studio is the captain of the Indian team by name Bandi. Bandi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you so much.
You'll be participating for a number of years too?
Oh yes, so we started in 2022 and I have been participating in the tournament ever since. And this is going to be my 4th tournament and I'm really looking forward to be part of this tournament again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit. Briefly tell somebody who's watching the show for the very first time, what is this Rainbow Nation Tennis all about? In 1 minute, what is it about?
Well, the South African Business Chamber issued itself a challenge at that time to say, post-COVID, how do we go about networking in the business community in a different way? And we came up with sport as a platform. As you know, South Africans love their sport, all different codes. And a number of us had started playing tennis then. So we thought, well, why don't we try this as a concept? And from there, the Rainbow Nations Challenge, in fact, has expanded from tennis. We have a monthly running club up at the Legon campus. Okay. And we celebrated our 2-year anniversary last week, in fact. We've now started a paddle club, which is a variation of on tennis and squash. We play every weekend. So this movement is all about networking in a healthy environment. And as I said earlier, that the international and local players have embraced this and made it such an electric affair.
Okay, well, pretty soon we'll see pictures and videos of the previous one stage at Accra Lawn Tennis Club or Accra Tennis Club. But let me just find out from you, how would you describe it so far over the years? How's the Ghanaians or the corporate world welcome the Rainbow Tennis Championship? How do they welcome it?
Well, I can answer that in a number of different ways.
Right.
But the easiest way to answer it is to say when we opened the bookings sheet, we were booked up within 24 hours. All the playing slots were taken for the 56 players in one day. So that tells you the absolute demand for the business and diplomatic community to be involved in this tournament. The first tournament took us about a month to put together in terms of players.
Okay, you see some visuals over there regarding some of the tournament stage over the years over there. Go ahead.
And really, we have 56 players. And this year so far, we have 22 nationalities.
Say again, 22
nationalities.
Okay.
The Indian teams definitely are going to be challenging for finals night, but they're going to come up against a very strong defending team from America. Yeah. They back Patrick and Ishmael. They'll be hard to beat. But
Ishmael's still in town?
He is, yes. Okay. And he wouldn't miss this. I think his name was almost first on the list, quite frankly. It's a religion for him, his tennis. And they fought hard for their victory last year over a very competitive Japanese team. Yeah. Sadly, we've lost a few of our expatriates, which is the nature of expatriate life. but the void has been filled by equally competitive newcomers.
Okay. Team India, how are you preparing for this? This is your 4th time you're going to participate. How are you preparing for this? It's massive.
This tournament, it gave us a fantastic platform for us to prepare for a tournament, participate in a tournament where you are going to meet various business leaders and different expatriates as well as local Ghanaian business people. And the first tournament, we found it more like a social tournament, which was like quite relaxed. But the next year onwards, we were quite surprised. It is no longer social. It has become so competitive, and people start preparing almost like 4 months in advance. And this time, our whole team, we have been preparing consistently for almost like from last 1 year. And we hope that we will give very good challenge this time, unlike last year. Last year, we unfortunately lost in the quarterfinals. But we hope that this year we are going to be in the finals.
Okay. Well, Team India is saying that they are hoping that they will be in the finals. Remember that this show is also live on Facebook. You can join us and also on Twitter. Back to you, Mr. Grant, quickly. What is very new this time around? This is the 4th edition. What is new now?
The format remains the same.
Okay.
But I think what is new is the heightened sense of competition that Chetan mentioned earlier. Yes, it is social in the sense we're not professional, we don't get paid to perform. Although you wouldn't think that when you see how fiercely we compete for the half an hour that each set might take. But the minute we step off court, that fierce competition falls away and we sit and have our beer and laugh together. So that is much the same. Sadly, there will be one big difference, is that our patron, Her Excellency Grace Mason, has left us after her 4-year mission came to an end. And she was a wonderful leader for our movement.
Yeah, one of the pillars, yeah.
Absolutely. So we will be unveiling our new patron at next week's tournament. So I think for me that is filled with excitement. Our new patron is equally high profile and dynamic as Her Excellency Grace was. So we know that we will continue Grace's legacy in a very positive way, build on it and build on new corporate social responsibility initiatives.
Okay. So quickly, how many players will be participating? You told me the number of countries that are participating. How many players? Is it going to be round robin or is it a knockout stage? What will be at stake too?
Yes. So we have a round robin format for the days 1 and 2. So we have 7 teams in a pool, in each pool, and we have 4 pools. The top 2 in each pool qualify for finals night. So on the Thursday night, the 3rd night of the tournament, we have the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then the grand finale.
Draw sorted already? I've done the draw already?
It will be done by Saturday.
Okay. Somebody just texted me. When is the championship date and the venue once again? You want to tell me?
Yes. So it's from next Tuesday, the 11th, Wednesday, the 12th, and the grand finale on Thursday, the 13th.
Okay. Back to Dundee. How ready is your team to prove a point? So not participating alone, meeting the corporate guys, but the bragging rights also at stake. I'm sure you know about that one.
We have been participating, we have been practicing almost like every week, at least 3 days in a week, consistently from last 1 year. And this time we are quite confident that we are not going to give it up easy. But like Grant said, it is not just about competition. I think this is like a fantastic platform for us to meet various business leaders, key decision makers on a more informal setup. Unlike in various formal setups, the relationships are not built very
so over the past 4 years, how has this very platform help you vis-a-vis being a tenant social player and in the corporate? What does it help you?
Okay, as a corporate world, we are a manufacturing company for beverages.
Okay.
I'll just give you an example how this platform really helped us. By being part of this tournament, it gave me an opportunity to meet not just expatriate decision makers, but also various Ghanaian players who are leaders in their own enterprises, and we met some really good people with whom we partnered over a period of last 2-3 years, and we have been doing business ever since.
It's been a blessing for you, I'm sure.
Oh yes, it is.
Okay. Well, Grant, you have the final word. Why must people come to the Accra Tennis Club from next week to witness the Rainbow Tennis Championship? Why must they come around?
We want to make everyone fit for office. Our Rainbow Nations Challenge as a movement focuses on health and wellness, especially in the corporate setting where we tend to be slightly older, and enhancing our performance in the office through sport and exercise is what we do. Have a good week on court, go home with a smile and lots of memories and ready to come back next year.
Well, our conference certainly will be at Accra Tennis Club for the 4th edition of the Rainbow Nation Tennis Championship. But we are wrapping up the show. We'll go to Achimota pretty soon. What will be your final word, especially to your competitive that will come close to you? What will you tell them?
Watch out for us.
Watch out for you guys.
Yes.
Okay, the Americans and the Japanese are still trying to get the trophy. I'm being told by Grant. Does it worry you?
Oh no, not at all. Now we know their strategies. Now it's been like 2 years. We have been observing their games, and we have specific strategy for each and every team now. So we're really looking forward to give them a tough competition.
Your final word to the various teams?
The South African team will be ready and we'll be challenging
I knew I was
as
going to say
well.
that. I knew I was going to say that. Okay.
But we're excited, we're grateful that everyone has embraced this. We thank God. And like I said earlier, everyone, if they go home with a smile on their face and happy, we will have achieved our objectives.
Bandy and Grant, thank you very much for passing through. Certainly, our cameras will be at the venue to take shots and also be part of the Rainbow Nation Tennis Championship. Well, my name is Phil John Quartey. Just before we go away,